Just to frame this evening, we're going to have, I'm going to give a 3-minute intro here real quick, and then we're going to do a 10-minute, little get to know your neighbor, discuss, kind of get the ideas percolating type of thing. I know y'all have already been speaking with each other, but now we can kind of focus a little bit more on the frame. And then we're going to have our main speaker, Brian Basham, present. His talk will go for about 20-25 minutes with a Q&A. He'll tell you what he's going to be presenting about, but it's kind of like overview of AI in the space, applications in emotion, his background in the space. And then we have 3 other speakers who are going to each speak for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to have some questions. I just want to hear from y'all. This is a first meetup. I don't want to have any pretense as though I just came in here and I've got some amazingly professionally produced thing that we're just dazzling every single one of you and you don't have to do any work. What I would love to hear from y'all is what brought you here and why is this interesting to you? And so we're just going to have a discussion on that because I'd love to know what directions we want to take this in the future, what compels you, whatever, that type of thing. So we'll talk for a little while. And then we're going to have an opportunity for what we call lightning shares. So anybody who wants can get up for 30 seconds to a minute and just pitch your idea, ask for collaborators, sing, whatever you want to do. It's all good. And then we'll break out and eat some more pizza, meet some people, and get out of here. So that said, what I would love to do is first give a little background about myself, then we'll introduce each other to each other. I always find that it's really great before asking some strangers or someone else I don't know to do something, to do it myself. So I don't have any expectations about anybody here that I'm not going to do myself. So just a quick bit about me and what brings me here and why I'm excited and why I'm even organizing this. I'm Jared Scheib. I'm from Dallas, Texas originally, born and raised, so you'll hear a little bit of y'all in there. Some people have lately accused me of having an accent. I don't think I do, but you might listen closely and hear it. I went to film school, studied neuroscience, and I was in a lab there called the Brain and Creativity Institute under a researcher named Antonio Damasio. And he's been very influential in the neuroscience of emotion and creativity and feeling. And for me, film was something that I got into because I was programming for a long time up through the beginning of high school, and I realized as I was playing games and programming that I really wanted to connect with people and feel in the real world. And I was missing out on that opportunity some by just strictly focusing on the computer. And so I went cold turkey, I became an artist, I started writing, I went to film school. I wanted to create emotional experiences, both for myself, because I found that the creation of art helped me get into an emotional space. Come on in, welcome. And then creating art for others created an emotional experience in other people, right? And so for me, creating film was an exploration of how to create emotional experiences, learning about emotion, working with actors, that type of stuff. And I especially focused on documentary. And then I was in the neuroscience lab, so that side was what is the science of emotion and feeling and creativity? And I was kind of approaching it from those 2 angles. Well, I went off and directed film and theater for many years, and suffice to say, I ended up deciding, after doing the starving artist thing for many years, to become a software engineer. So here we are. 5 years ago, I went to a boot camp here in the city, and now I'm a full-fledged software engineer, and my main motivating ambition was, I would work 2 or 3 years on a piece of art, like a feature film or a full-length play, because I was helping create these plays that were like documentaries on stage. And somebody would come and consume this thing in 90 minutes and leave, and I'd work 2 years on it or something. And I thought, wow, I really want to create art that can learn about its audience as they experience it and craft and customize that art to them by having some kind of knowledge or understanding of what they're experiencing and what they want, what the art wants the user to experience. And so this idea made me think, I want to be involved in the creation of artificial emotional intelligence so that you can have art that can recognize emotions, that can feel, that can take the audience, or now I would say the user, on a journey and actually have a relationship with it and have some kind of understanding of it. So this was my motivating ambition that got me into technology. And so this space is intended as like a very open, like what is emotion, what is feeling, what is affect from every angle. It's intentionally broad. There's people here, I hope, from all types of backgrounds. It's not just technically focused. And my ambition with this is that we have speakers who can present both from the technical side, whether you're in AI or software or machine learning, maybe you're building some emotion recognition detection system, or from the non-technical side, if you're from neurosciences or psychology or medicine or therapy, whatever the case, and just to create a general forum for the exploration of how do we think about emotion and feeling in the different domains that we have in the landscape of human inquiry, and how can we build those into our software, our AI. Like, I have a particular intention there, and so this is like a forum to explore that. So it's meant to be accessible. I've asked all the speakers this evening to speak at a high level. This is not like a highly technical talk, so don't be concerned that it's going to go over your head too much. And that's it. So thank you all for coming to the Emotion AI Meetup. This is like a huge, exciting moment for me, because it's part of the realization of my own personal ambitions in the world, and kind of bringing things together. And I really appreciate every single one of you for coming here tonight and being interested in showing up. So thank you.